Welcome back to another episode of Making Events Live. Making Events Awesome live stream. Oh my goodness, I'm still on holidays. It's my last week, so this is just a very cash, laid back. But it occurred to me that while I'm being cash and laid back, a lot of my clients, my delegates, my clients are sort of sitting there going, okay, so when are we getting back to live events? When's it happening? And there's a lot of event anxiety maybe about when's that going to happen, and I don't know, so it's going to take some time. But it occurred to me that there's some simple things that we can do to help minimize that anxiety, and quite clearly it's communication, and it's the right amount of communication that's going to make that work. And it's not just, oh well, I'll send everybody an email, because let's be honest, anyone in the event space knows that you send people in an email and they just don't read it. So there has to be something different. So I just thought there might be a couple of ideas, and I'd love to hear any ideas you've got about how do we stay connected with our clients when we're waiting for the face-to-face events. And it may well be that we're back post-COVID, if that's going to happen soon, I hope, where we might just have one or two big events a year, but we still want to stay in touch with them. So how do we do that? So here's a couple of ideas. I would suggest to you it's not to do a massive webinar that goes for hours and hours and hours. Maybe you could do like a couple of half-hour power sessions, maybe a couple of spotlights for sponsors. So we're not just having the sponsor flog their stuff, but maybe they're sharing some of their key information or some of the values or some of the case studies. So if you could organize just a quick half-hour case study, maybe a lunch and learn or a boardroom breakfast kind of thing, but it's done online, because the joy of online is A, you get the recording, and B, you can share it afterwards, and C, it then becomes a great asset to continue to use. So doing that kind of thing is going to be quite helpful. It's also just simple phone calls. Now, I know for a lot of us with our delegates, we have hundreds, if not thousands of delegates, so we can't call them all, but we can our sponsors. And I really think it's important. I think sponsors, and it's a hidden damage from COVID, but our sponsors have taken a huge hit. So I think it's really important for us to stay connected to them. So a simple phone call can do that. Delegates, it's providing them some information. If you've got some speakers that are coming up at one of your different events, be it online or offline, why not get them to shoot a 5-10 minute video on one key point of some of their content? I've got to be honest, most speakers are generating content for a regular newsletter or something like that. So why not see if you can get one of their pieces and use it specifically for your audience, tailor it a little bit, get your AV crew to put a flashy little header on it talking what it's about. These are some of the very simple things you can do to stay in touch. And it's so important. People will talk endlessly about, it's 5 times more expensive to get a new customer than it is to keep an existing one. Yet we seem to spend so much time chasing new customers and not looking after our existing one. It annoys me when I see an ad for an insurance company or a telephone dealer for new customers who get a month free. And I'm like, I've been paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year, and they're getting the free stuff. What about me? So it is, how do we look after our existing customers? What about you? What are some of your different ideas? What are some of the things that you do to stay in touch with customers and delegates and prospects? It is about that fine balance between enough content but not too much, because I don't know about you, but social media is overwhelming. LinkedIn used to be not too bad, and now it's gone crazy. There's so much stuff, it's hard to filter it all out. So it is about putting some value-laden content out there. And so it's stuff that they want. So what are the issues going on at the moment, and who can you have talk to them, and then bundle that in with your bigger programs that you might be running all year long. Great for associations too, to keep your association members sort of all engaged. I'm still on holidays, so I didn't want to spend too much time thinking about this, but sharing it with you. I just want to quickly jump online and share a few ideas. I hope this has been of value to you. Thanks so much for your company. Hey, I've got other stuff going on in the makingevents.com, makingeventsawesome.com. That will take you to my Facebook group, where we have a whole lot of discussion and stuff going on there. Love for your company in that group as well, so join us. Thanks for being here. Look forward to your company next week, where everything will be formal. Might even have a real jacket and a real shirt on. Oh, hey! getting into it, making events awesome. That's what it's all about. Look forward to your company. See you next week. Thanks very much.